DeMar DeRozan just signed with the Denver Nuggets, and I'm not going to pretend this doesn't sting a little because it genuinely does. So basically, after an entire summer of hints, cryptic posts, and hopeful speculation, our guy is chasing his championship somewhere else. In this video, we're breaking down DeMar's decision to sign with Denver, why this feels like such a missed opportunity given everything happening with this Raptors roster right now, and why, even though it stings, I actually understand exactly why he made this choice. Before we get into it, quick shout out. We're closing in on our next subscriber milestone on this channel, and I have to be honest, this is a tough one to sit with. We've been putting out daily uploads trying to keep up with every twist in this offseason. So if you're not subscribed yet, hit that button, turn on notifications so you don't miss a single thing, because we're going to keep tracking this roster no matter what happens. All right, so let's get into it. Starting with the actual news. According to Chris Haynes and Shams Charania, DeMar DeRozan has agreed to sign a one-year deal with the Denver Nuggets worth roughly $3.9 million, joining a core built around the Joker, Murray, Aaron Gordon, and Christian Braun. This comes right after Denver moved Peyton Watson in a sign and trade to Cleveland, and DeMar is reportedly stepping in to help replace that bench scoring punch, giving a Nuggets team that's been stuck in the second round the last couple years a legitimate, proven scorer to lean on in a sixth-man role behind Jokic and Murray. And I have to be honest, this genuinely feels like a missed opportunity, especially given the timing. Think about everything happening with this roster right now. Kawhi Leonard is likely coming back. The same guy DeMar was traded away for right before we finally broke through and won it all in 2019. On top of that, this is the exact season Kyle Lowry is getting his jersey retirement ceremony, closing the book on everything those two built together right here in this city. DeMar coming back this year specifically, with Kawhi in the fold, and Lowry being honored would have been about as perfect a full circle story as this franchise could have possibly written. And we genuinely thought we saw him hinting at it too. That Bad Boys clip tagging Kyle Lowry, that blurry Instagram story with the shorts, everybody was convinced had our claw logo on them. Looking back now, maybe those were just DeMar being nostalgic about his history here, not actual signals about his future. But here's where I actually have to give DeMar some real credit, because when you step back and think about his side of this decision, it makes a ton of sense. He's 37 years old now. He's not getting many more real shots at an actual championship, and Denver hands him a legitimate one immediately. Joining a core with the Joker and Jamal Murray means DeMar walks into a genuine title contender as basically a third scoring option, somebody who can be the steady bucket getter off the bench behind two players who are already elite enough to carry the offensive load on their own. That's a very different and honestly a much safer path to a ring than coming to Toronto and hoping our roster, still waiting on the Kawhi trade to even get fully finalized, comes together in time. And I think that's really the story here. DeMar isn't chasing nostalgia anymore. He's writing his own ending on his own terms, with the best actual chance at a championship he's probably going to get. As much as we all wanted the sentimental version of this story, DeMar walking back into our building, closing the loop with Kawhi and Lowry all in the same season, I completely understand why he'd rather bet on the Joker and Murray than bet on a Raptors roster that's still working through its own uncertainty. If I'm DeMar, at this stage of my career, with a legitimate ring right there in front of me, I probably make the exact same call. Here's a question I want to hear your thoughts on in the comments. Does this move to Denver make you more sad about missing out on the sentimental version of this story? Or do you actually respect DeMar for prioritizing his real shot at a championship over the emotional homecoming? I think this fan base is going to have some real mixed feelings about this one, and I want to hear where you all land. We've been tracking DeMar's free agency all summer through every hint and every rumor, and I think this is a genuinely bittersweet way for that chapter to end. We didn't get the storybook reunion, but we also can't fault a guy for chasing the one thing that's eluded him his entire career. an actual championship. Look, it's sad, plain and simple. DeMar DeRozan is one of the most beloved players in this franchise's history. And part of me will always wish he'd found his way back to close out his career here, especially in a season with this much meaning attached to it. But I respect the decision, and I hope he goes out to Denver and finally gets that ring he's chased his entire career. He's more than earned that much from this league. I appreciate everybody pulling up for this one as always. If this hit you the way it hit me, do me a favor and hit subscribe so you don't miss it as we keep tracking this roster. Drop your thoughts in the comments, sad about missing the reunion, or do you respect the move? Until next time, I'm signing off. Cheers. Before we wrap things up, I just want to say thank you for watching and for being part of the Unlimited Hoops Canada community. Whether you've been here since day one or this is your very first video, we truly appreciate every single one of you. Our goal has always been simple: create the best place on YouTube for Toronto Raptors fans and Canadian basketball fans. No clickbait for the sake of it, no pointless drama, just honest conversations, in-depth analysis, breaking news, trade discussions, player breakdowns, NBA draft coverage, and everything happening across the Canadian basketball landscape. This is more than just a Raptors channel. It's a community of basketball fans who love talking hoops, debating the biggest storylines, celebrating the highs, and surviving the lows together. Whether the Raptors are chasing a championship, developing young talent, making a blockbuster trade, or rebuilding for the future, we'll be here covering it every step of the way. And it doesn't stop with the Raptors. We're passionate about Canada basketball as a whole. From the senior men's and women's national teams to our rising stars in the NBA, NCAA, and youth basketball, we'll continue shining a spotlight on Canadian players making an impact around the world. Canadian basketball has never been stronger, and we're excited to follow this incredible journey with all of you. If you enjoyed today's video, the biggest thing you can do to support the channel is hit that like button. It tells YouTube that you enjoyed the content and helps us reach more basketball fans across Canada and around the world. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. We upload consistently, covering breaking Raptors news, trade rumors, free agency, game analysis, draft content, off-season moves, Canada basketball updates, and plenty more throughout the year. We also want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with today's take? What would you do if you were running the Raptors? Which Canadian players should we talk about next? We read the comments every day, and many of our future videos are inspired by the conversations happening right here in this community. Finally, if you know another Raptors fan or someone who loves Canadian basketball, share this video with them. Word of mouth is one of the biggest reasons channels like ours continue to grow, and every share genuinely helps. Thank you again for spending part of your day with us. We never take your time or support for granted. Until next time, this is Unlimited Hoops Canada. And as always, keep supporting Canadian basketball, keep believing in the Toronto Raptors, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.